All right, let's begin by talking about this uptick we're seeing in smartphones in India, which in turn is spiking the use of apps of all kinds. Better quality of smartphones now means that you can use your apps that much better. Marketing pundits are saying that the app story is going to boil down to consumers having a very limited number of apps on their phone. And that fight is going to then heat up between all the leading e-commerce platforms in India. But at least for now, the mobile landscape is dotted with issues of bandwidth, of poor internet connectivity and apprehensions around mobile payments as well. So in this kind of scenario, is going app-only a premature move, or is it a first-mover advantage before rivals really jump in on this opportunity? Will the app-only gamble pay off, or does the industry need to mature much further before it takes that leap of faith? We find out.
Fashion retailer Myntra, which was acquired by domestic e-commerce giant Flipkart in 2015 for a reported $300 million, went app-only in May this year. At the time, Myntra claimed that 90% of traffic and 70% of its sales were coming from the mobile app. Its new parent Flipkart was also set to follow in Myntra's footsteps until a few weeks ago, in a surprising about turn, the company put its app-only plans on hold indefinitely. One of the key reasons was resistance from big-ticket dealers who claimed that purchase decisions were made primarily on desktops rather than mobile. But for others like food delivery service Fasos, which went app-only in August, it offered the brand endless possibilities for innovation and growth.
We are focused on delivery, we are focused on getting the most convenient experience to the consumer. And the mobile app gave us those abilities to give some features to the consumer which were never done before. And increasingly when we launched the later versions of the app, where we improvised a few features and did a few things that have actually never been done globally. Now these just gave consumers all information at their fingertips. Instead of having to call up somebody and ask where your food is, you actually track the food. You now in the next version of the app, you would be seeing the delivery guys zooming across the street like you would when you're ordering a cab from Uber. And all of those things are not possible to do on a phone or a website even. But what we have today is so comprehensive that 95% of our delivery orders now come on the mobile app. And hence, it was only obvious that we had to go app only very soon, because that's where the convenience for the consumer was.
For taxi service company Ola, which went app only in August, the decision was a no-brainer, given that it saw its app traffic increase from 20% when it was launched in 2011 to a whopping 99% in 2015.
We've always looked at ourselves and the industry as a mobile-first industry. I don't think there are any disadvantages, but the kind of advantages that we see as a player in this space is immense, given the phenomenal amount of data points that we get in terms of being able to make a customer's ride extremely convenient and intuitive. Right? It's a wonderful experience for you to be able to book a cab with one touch, with just one tap on your phone, without having to answer a single question. Right? And I think that's in many ways changed the way people look at transportation, and they don't find the need to own a car anymore. I think that's where we're getting.
While the app-only route offers the advantage of easy scalability, experts warn that for consumers to really keep an app on their limited mobile real estate, the apps will need to constantly innovate to stay ahead of the game and stay relevant to consumers, whether that means getting them a car or a meal in 5 minutes, or allowing them to watch an event halfway around the world in real time.
Today, I think all young brands are jumping onto the app-only environment because their VCs and their investors are forcing them to do this. So they're treating apps like people treated websites 15 years ago. Build a website and the world will come to your doorstep, which I think is an incorrect behavior. In terms of the categories which could benefit from being app only, they're really the high transaction, frequent transaction categories. So categories like the taxi apps, grocery shopping, food delivery, which people use several times a week, could benefit from being app only. E-commerce is not a category that has that frequency of use, and so perhaps should hold back on going app only till consumer preference shifts towards app only.
Consumer insights and brand strategy will be at the heart of the decision for e-commerce companies to be present only on an app, and it will differ for each one. For some players, being present on a single channel could help them streamline their back-end, while for others, bringing more customers into the fold of the brand could be the top priority.
And today we see almost 40% of our traffic comes through mobile devices, whether it is tablets or mobile phones, through the app or through the mobile site. So obviously it's a very important channel. The way we see is all channels have their space. Over a period of time, the proportion, the percentage of traffic or sales that are moving through the channel might change. But I think at this point in time for Pepperfry, given the nature of products that we are dealing with, I think all of these channels are important. So we will continue to focus on our website along with building up more features into our app. So it is going to be two-pronged. It is not going to be a app only kind of an approach.